So after the male lead joins the band, he basically says something offensive to the group. So at this point is the guitarist, the vocalist, and the leader, who is our pianist of the group. Like, he says something offensive from them. They all come from a well-off families or rich families. And he basically tells them they will never understand how hard is it or how much someone like him will suffer to try to make it in the world, that they have their rich, influential families. If they fail at being, famous in the musician world, they can just go back to their rich little families and be well off in their little rich families and get work from their rich families. And this sets them all off. Like, they are very furious because just because they come from rich, influential families does not make it easy for them. Especially since the vocalist was full-on disowned by their family. So he has none of his rich family's connections, benefits, or resources. Like, he's living off on his own. The guitarist is also not in a great situation, even though he comes from a rich, influential family and he gets money here and there. He will not be inheriting anything because he got a sister and 2 older brothers. They are all above him when it comes to the line of inheritance. So he's never really going to be touching anything from his family's wealth. And the vocalist has the pianist, the leader, has basically spent all of his savings. Every earn of money he's earned has gone to creating this band. So they're literally furious over him making this. After saying their piece, the male lead understands them, they understand the male lead, and they come to a good understanding of each other. Also, the main character finally realizes his romantic feelings for the male lead, and it's not just, oh, I'm the male lead's fan and I idolizes him. No, I have romantic feelings for the male lead. So the guitarist's assistant tells him she's quitting, that she's leaving. She has to go back home to finish her studies. She's not doing well with both her health and her studies, but this is too much for her. She needs to go. She also basically finally announces her feelings for the main character. And the main character's like, what? And when everyone points out all the things he's done for her and how it's so obvious she had feelings for the main character is so upset that he never noticed her feelings and basically sidelined her this entire time. That he's never really fully acknowledged her this entire time. So he chases after her when she left, and they both get into some sort of like car accident. Not like full-on car accident, but again, remember, she faints constantly, and he found her fainted basically in the road or near the road and is trying to get her out of there. But again, the main character's hearing's going out in his right ear, his hearing's gone in his left ear. He's trying to get traffic to stop. No one's really stopping for them, so they both get injured in the accident. And no surprise, she's upset once she wakes up that she's put the main character in a situation like that. Like, it was a full-on soap opera of what's going on. But the main character still kind of feels bad for not acknowledging her feelings and giving her a gentle putting down. But yes, he does feel bad for it. Which he doesn't really should feel bad for not noticing her feelings. But yeah, it was a whole thing. I mean, the main character and the male lead has a conversation about the guitarist's assistant and how the main character didn't notice her feelings for him. And the male lead's like, it's because you didn't think she could like you. That's the issue. And the main character's like, no, in his head, he's like, no, it's because I'm already paying attention to someone I like. I wouldn't notice if someone else liked me. And he's not wrong about that. But at the same time, the male lead is correct. Because again, once the main character realizes his feelings for the male lead, he refuses to acknowledge all the things the male lead has done for him. Like, even writes down a list of things the male lead has done for him, the things that made him fall for the male lead, without thinking, oh, the male lead likes me after going through the list in his head. No, he just goes, oh, the male lead's such a good person. I have to leave. I have to go because my feelings can never be returned. Honey, what? So the main character, he finally loses hearing in both ears because of the accident. And before his accident, during the male lead's accident, the manager had came to the main character basically telling the main character to quit, to leave, to step down. And the main character's like, yeah, I'll do that. And once the main character loses hearing in both ears, he's like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going. It's bye-bye time. He goes to the manager, says bye. The manager feels awful and guilty for basically kind of firing or forcing the main character to quit when the main character loses both hearing. The main character's planning to go all the way back to his hometown, goes to the house that his grandma left him. Like, he is going, he's leaving. He's saying goodbye to everybody. he finally decides to go say bye to the male lead because, again, the main character thinks he's not worthy of the male lead because he can't hear anymore. He can't do things for the male lead. He can't inspire the male lead. He can't be amused for the male lead because, again, he can't sit there and help the male lead write songs and make songs. So he thinks he has to leave. He even, like I said, made a list of things of the reason why he fell for the male lead, and he runs for it. Like, he leaves. Like, he was gonna actually say bye to the male lead, like say goodbye, but the male lead was gone. He went to New York, so he's like, I have to go, I have to leave. So he left. He does give a kiss to the male lead's trophy, but then goes. Bye. The main character, he assumes the male lead's getting back with his older ex-girlfriend, one of his first girlfriends, Diva. Like, the main character just assumes they're gonna get back together because Diva visits him in the hospital. He overhears them talking off and on, so he just assumes those two are going to get back together. He thinks they're perfect for each other. He's not letting the male lead have his own choice. The main character just decides the male lead's perfect for the dude, perfect for the woman, so he's just going to go and leave because he thinks the woman's so wonderful. And I'm like, no, let the male lead have a choice. Let the male lead speak his own opinion. But no, the main character just runs. So the male lead, no surprise, chases after the main character, drags the main character back, tells the main character his confession. The main character confesses back to the male lead. It was kind of a terrible confession. Even the male lead knocks on the main character for the main character's confession, saying it's lucky he likes the main character, because if he didn't like the main character, he would not accept that confession because it was a terrible confession. And they're just really happy with each other. And this is when the male lead reveals the reason why he wasn't home when the main character went to visit him and say goodbye to him was because he went to New York to see a specialist that could give the main character a procedure that could help and benefit the main character. A procedure he learned from by his ex-girlfriend Diva, because this is what they've been talking about. This is why she's been visiting him. It's because, again, it was all for the main character and not for them to get back together. Now, he should have informed the main character of this, but he did not think the main character would run off on him. The main character would not be like, oh, what's going on? What's happening between you two? No, he would run off. He did not expect the main character to do that. He thought the main character would just stay put for a bit, and then he'd take the main character to New York, or at least show the main character the specialist and procedure and let the main character have his own choice. He's perfectly fine with the main character the way the main character is. He loves the main character for who the main character is. He tells the main character he doesn't have to be anything. The main character just could be there and stand there, even be far away, and the main character inspires him, is his muse, his beauty. Like, I love the way the male lead was confessing. Like, the male lead is just putting everything down so the main character cannot be insecure and run on with him. Again, I just love that.